Well, boys, today's a very interesting day because we are headed out to a farm I have recently inherited all the way out here in the countryside. So we're headed out there with my F-350 right now. A moving truck is on the way. Probably going to show up later in the day, but this is my first time seeing this farm that we inherited here. I don't have a lot of farming experience, but I guess it's my grandpa's old farm. And yeah, this is it. This is my very first time seeing it. Dang, this place is huge. All right, well, I guess I'm just going to park my truck up here and I'll give you guys a bit of context as to what's going on. So this is Grandpa's farm. Now, he used to have an older farm, I don't know, like maybe 10 years ago or so. And he used to go out there on the occasional summer and help him out. But he recently moved, I guess, I don't know if you can call 10 years ago recently, but he moved farms, got this one all established, but I have now inherited it. So I don't have a whole lot of farming experience, but I guess I have some basic knowledge here. And pretty much, I just inherited a farm that I have no idea how to run. So this should be interesting. So I inherited literally everything out here. The property, the machinery. I guess there's another house back here. A crap load of land to farm. Luckily, no debt with the farm, which is nice. Everything's paid off. But basically, it was left to me and now I gotta run it. As well, I'm not just gonna sell it. I mean, you can't do that. You can, but it's probably not the right thing to do. But before I left to come out here, I got some numbers and contact info of some of the neighbors around here that I was told that would be happy to help me with any questions or anything I had about running this place. So I guess we're gonna see what happens. Anyway, it is spring at the moment. There is plenty of equipment here. We got seeders, grain carts, discs, silage chopper, semi, a bunch of old equipment in the back here. Sickle blade mower, some grain bins, looks like a header back there. A very old Kubota tractor. Dang, it's actually more just a garden tractor. Okay, so an old Ford skid steer, a very big actually, it's a fairly decent sized combine. 9860 STS, not bad. Let's check and see what's in the shop here. Oh dang, there's actually a couple things. 4040 with a front end loader and a grapple bucket. Looks like a 7010 that hasn't ran in quite a few years, and a John Deere 8850 big four-wheel drive tractor. A little bit of mix of machinery, nothing too crazy. So along with this whole home plot here, I was told I also own all of this through here. I guess my grandpa used to raise a couple horses in here and whatever else. Not sure what this shed's for. I think we own everything up to right here. Yep. It's pretty much where it ends as far as our home property goes, but we own quite a few fields in the surrounding area, and from what I've been told, I had better get to seeding sooner than later. Now, previously to inheriting this, I ran a fairly successful construction business, but when I learned I inherited all of this, I dropped all that, and I have a little bit of money, but nothing too crazy, so I can't really afford to run the farm into debt, so I guess I better start making sure this farm makes a profit this year. But while we're waiting for the moving truck, I guess there's no sense in wasting time. We'd better get to work. All right, I guess the most logical thing to do here is grab the old 8850 here and grab our planter. And last time I drove this thing, I think I was 10. Good thing I still remember how to drive it. So everything on this farm has been used or ran within the last year or couple months. So luckily it hasn't sat forever and needs a bunch of work and all that. It's pretty much just make sure it's greased up, good to go, and it's ready to be out in the field. Now I guess I got to move a couple things to get to this planter, so this probably wasn't organized the best. All right, planter secured. Let's get this the heck out of here and over to the shop. Now I do have a full map of the property on my phone here, so I at least know what places we own and what places we don't. And the main chunk of what we own is right here, 85, 84, 83, and 82, which I'm going to focus on for right now because I think that'll keep us pretty busy. All right, so I'm going to give this thing a quick check over to the best of my knowledge. But before that, I guess I better call the local co-op, see if we can get some seed delivered out here because we're going to need some of that. Now, luckily enough for me, I got kind of a list of the crop rotations, what's usually planted where, and all that, so it should make this job a little bit easier. Well, I think the seeder's good to go now. I checked it all over, made sure everything was greased. I did also make a call to co-op there, the local one that's not too far away. Luckily, they knew exactly who I was and who my grandpa was, so they had no problem bringing out everything we needed. They should be here in a little bit. I'm just gonna wait for them, and then hopefully we can have this thing loaded up and I guess calibrated. I gotta remember how to do that, or try to figure it out. Then hopefully we can get out in the field eventually. But until then, I kind of want to check out the rest of the property here. So there is this old trailer house back here. I guess this is kind of just like a little hired hand house or a guest house or something. I don't even know. I'm gonna go check in there, see if the door's locked. Oh no, it's not. All right, I'm gonna take a quick look. Well, that place is fully furnished. Luckily, there's no mice, no nothing. It's nice in there. So if I ever get a hired hand, you know, that's where they'll be staying. The rest of the property, not too much going on, but I'm sure we'll find more stuff as we stay here longer. The rest of the house is here, just this little one. Kind of the main house. I had to go check that out here real quick. Hopefully my moving truck shows up by the end of today. That way I can at least get this loaded up with all my furniture. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. All right, the guys from Co-op just pulled up here. They got these seed bags, but they said they brought something for me to use with my wheel loader, or I guess my tractor, to help unload them. And then just a couple of pallets of liquid fertilizer. We'll be unloading those with the skid steer. But I'm going to go get the loader out and try get these big bags off. Maybe load one or two up in this Kenzie here. Oh, fire's up. Man, everything's starting without an issue out here. I guess Grandpa kept his equipment well maintained. I think he also bought the biggest possible bucket you could fit on one of these, because this thing is huge. It's like a massive snow bucket. We're just gonna stick that right there for now. All right, well, would you look at that? Fancy. I have my door open. There's no AC in here. I gotta fix that ASAP. All right, let's try to do this to the best of our abilities here. Yeah, I think I got it. Oh, look at this. Fancy. Well, at least this thing's tall enough to get those big bags up there. There we go. We got it going. Man, these are some big tanks. Probably gonna take a few of these, I'd say at least. Well, that took about 4 big bags there, so we're gonna stick the rest of these in storage, get some liquid fertilizer going in there, and then the seeder should be all set to go. This little bag tool is pretty nice. I hope they let me keep it over the rest of the planting season here. I guess we'll see though. All right. Skid steer fires up. Good stuff. This thing is old. I'm surprised it fired up. But for how old it is, it actually doesn't look very used. Hopefully it can lift these. I don't know. Well, it can. That's good. Well, about one of these fills it, so we should have enough for one more fill, and I think the Co-op guys are going to be bringing more out Monday morning here, so we should be good until then. I just got to sign, I think, a paper or two here real quick, saying that they're all good to go, and then we're going to get out into the field, hopefully. Okay, I may have spoke too soon. I still got to calibrate everything here before we go. Just got to get to a nice spot here where it's real open. This field right next to our yard is unfortunately not ours, though. I do wish it was, because it'd be really nice just to, you know, have something right next to our yard. But no, I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to own it next year. Get this sucker unfolded here. Dang, this Kenzie's bigger than I thought. Check, make sure everything's good on this side. Yep, I think everything's good to go. Gotta lift it up. Check, make sure there's seed back there. And there is. Okay, tractor and seeder is good to go. Now, unfortunately, there is no diesel in the diesel tank right now. So this thing's about half full of diesel. And, yeah, I gotta order diesel before we even go out in the field. So as soon as that gets here, I think we're pretty much good to go. I did talk to the Co-op guys though, and they said they usually did the spraying for my grandpa. So as soon as we're done seeding, they're gonna come out to the field, get the spraying done, and then we're pretty much not doing a whole lot until fall, unless I decide I want to try my hand at a little bit of haying, which I've got a fairly decent amount of money put aside if I want to, you know, get into getting some hay equipment there. So I guess that's something we'll have to look into. We do have quite a bit of grassland that usually gets rented out as pasture, but the lease is up on that, and we have free reign on that. Here's one thing I want to try though. First, this little Kubota tractor is pretty cool if I can get it out of here. As I was saying, this little Kubota tractor is pretty cool, and there's a sickle blade mower back there, and I kind of need to mow the lawn a little bit. There's no normal zero turn or anything like that, so I think this is what my grandpa used to mow the lawn. Pretty traditional if you ask me. Oh, look at that. I'm even wearing a Kubota hoodie. How fitting. Everything still works apparently. Well, it works. I'll give it that. I don't think this is the best solution, but it's what we'll work with for now. By the way, if you guys have any suggestions for the farm, let me know down in the comments. But hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe, and goodbye.